So you can see that's the Grand Canyon of Gandikota.
So today we have our wheels rolling towards the beautiful destination of Gandikota. It's a quaint town in Andhra Pradesh basically, and it's famous for its beautiful Grand Canyon, or the Grand Canyon of India as it is called. And as we headed towards our destination, we passed through some beautiful landscapes, roads that was flanked by the beautiful stones that actually have the formation of, resembles the formation of the Gandikota gorges and the canyon. So these are basically nothing but the sedimentary type of stones, the quartzite as they are known as, and they have a very unique kind of texture and a unique kind of red color and a layered structure. And as we passed through the roads, we passed through some beautiful landscapes on both sides, which was shrouded by layers of green on both sides sometimes, and sometimes they were actually water bodies that actually meandered as we traveled along. It was one of the most mesmerizing drives we ever had, and we wish the drive would never come to an end. So water bodies flashing by, greens flashing by, mountains flashing by, twisties flashing by. It was ethereal. Its words are not enough to actually describe the experience we had on our drive towards Gandikota. It's something that you have to experience by yourself. And we also passed some beautiful temples, architectures, man-made wonders that were on both sides of the road. And the journey itself was such a pleasure, because when we entered the mountain twisties, we actually saw some of the rock formations that we were anticipating as we reached Gandikota. But nonetheless, the green itself and the beautiful weather complemented the surroundings. And every moment that passed as we neared our destination was nothing but a bliss of solitude.
So you can see I'm standing in front of the Harita Resort of Gandikota. So this is run by the Andhra Pradesh Tourism Department, and this is one of the better places, I would not say great, but better places to stay in Gandikota whenever you come here.
So friends, you can see the dormitory, a very modest accommodation at Harita Resorts, where we are staying in Gandikota. You don't have a luxurious accommodation over here. We booked at the last moment, so there was no individual rooms. There are 10 rooms over here, but they won't be super luxurious either. That's where we are staying currently, and we are off to the Grand Canyon of Gandikota, and that's one of the biggest viewpoints over here, followed by the fort over there. The fort belongs to the Chalukya dynasty and the Vijayanagar Empire. Excited? Beautiful place. You have seen the landscape already on our way here, and this is a glimpse of a place where you can stay and do your booking from Andhra Pradesh Tourism website. So there you can see is our dormitory, and that's the rooms are somewhere over there in the end, and that's where we have our lunch and dinner. A very simple restaurant, very limited number of varieties. Don't expect a big spread of lunch and dinner over here, but nonetheless, we don't come here to stay in the hotel. We come here to explore the places around, and as long as the hotel serves our purpose of boarding and lodging for a day or a night, it's good enough.
So we are at the Gandikota fort actually, and at the parking lot, basically you can see that's the fort. We are going to go inside. Nice fort. So we are at the Gandikota fort currently, and we have just parked our vehicle over there, and as you can see, we are going to go inside. Let's see how exciting it gets. Chalo. So we are entering the Gandikota fort actually, as you can see, and some kind of a repair and construction work is going on. That's good when people try and restore such places of history. I'm sure your present is not without your history, and I think we should restore and kind of give a lot of importance to our history, because that's what made us what we are today as a race, as a civilization, as an individual, as a human being. We are just entering from the front entrance of the gorge of the fort. You can see the grand gate that we crossed just now, and there you are. It's a twisting and winding path up to the fort. We'll see you when we reach the top. So that's a view of the Gandikota town. So in the background, you can see that's the Madhavaraya temple. We are going to have a closer look at it, but it looks majestic actually from the background. And we are standing on top of the Gandikota fort. So now we are headed towards the Grand Canyon, which is just by the side of the Gandikota fort. So you can see in front of you, that's the Grand Canyon of Gandikota, the famous Grand Canyon. So it is made out of the sedimentary rocks, basically the pink granite, which the Penam River, which you can see is flowing in between the rocks, has actually carved out over centuries. Majestic sight. Sometimes people compare the Gandikota Grand Canyon to the famous Grand Canyon of Arizona, USA. Although I don't think it's a fair comparison, because those two are different elements of nature carved out from different formations, and each has their history and their grand place in the landscape of the nation and the country. So you can see there's the Penam River flowing in between the canyon. I don't know if my video is doing the justice, but these are majestic formations, and I guess you can actually take a boat and cruise along the Penam River in between the gorges, and it can be a magnificent experience. Beautiful. So this place actually ages long back. So it has a long history, the town of Gandikota. So this fort that you see actually, that is actually overseeing the canyon, was actually made somewhere around the 12th century AD, and by the some king over there. But then it was restored by the Vijayanagara and the Chalukya dynasties respectively, and they have built the Ranganatha temple and two temples over there. Subsequently, there has been some Mohammedan architectures also, whereby when Hyderabad was Nizam's domain, they built some mosques over there, which are also very famous, and beauty has their own significance when you look at all those structures. You know, not getting into the religious past. I think our past has given us magnificent structures like this, and we need to step out of our home on a weekend So I'll stick to the purpose of my channel and venture into places which is not far away from where you stay, very nearby, a day or maximum a 2 days travel. This was about 8 or 7 or 8 hours from Bangalore, and we just arrived today morning. We'll be headed back tomorrow morning. So you understand that it's beautiful and it's so close to your home. You don't need to be seated in front of the idiot box, and you don't need to be seated, scrolling your Instagram reels and spend your weekends. Go out, step out of your room, of your house, wherever you stay, and please subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, because that's how you are going to come to know about this beautiful place. And of course, if you're a motorhead, if you are a motorholic, if you love motorcycles and bikes and cars too, I'm not averse to anything that drives on wheels, as long as it takes me places. Then do follow me on Instagram by the same channel name, Arindwanderer, and I will introduce to some magnificent beauties in and around south of India, and of course, when I get time, other parts of the country too. So you can see that's the boat cruise basically on the Penem River. I hope you can see that's a cruise happening on the Penem River. We'll get there very soon, and that's the gorge. Actually beautiful. It should be looking majestic from people on the boat. So they have come all the way from the gorge, beginning of the gorge up there, and they're headed towards the fort actually. So in case you are wondering what are the stay options at Gandikota, there are not very luxurious options. One place you have seen is the Harita Resort, where we are staying for the time being. But I'll tell you where we have actually shifted, because we like the other place quite more actually. So I'll show you the place where we have shifted for the night actually. But these are some of the hotels, as you can see. So these are quaint small rooms, KR Resorts, SR Residency, and quite a few of them. Pallavi Resort, as you can see. So you can note down the numbers, and you can give them a call before you actually do a booking and come. And it's beautiful to watch the sunset or the sunrise from here. So a place just by the canyon will be, kind of a pleasant place to stay. So look, the place we have found, and finally we have shifted to during our stay at Gandikota. So that's the fort. As you can see, we came from that side in the backdrop, and zip zap zoom. So this is the place where we are going to stay. Yes, you can see those beautiful quaint tents actually, and lovely place, and that just overlooks the Grand Canyon. Lovely tents. They are air conditioned tents, quite clean and nice, not luxurious but nice, and much better than the dormitory where we got a place to stay at the Harita Resort. But it's beautiful, and these are one of the tents. Ours is tent number 8, and people have parked their vehicles, and that's my Tiger in the backdrop, the yellow machine, and these are some of the tents where people stay. They've got an attached bathroom, a toilet, and nice porch actually. After that, you can actually go there, and if you walk towards this side a little bit, you can actually see nice places to sit. They actually light campfires in the night. There are individual tents also. If you don't get an accommodation in the air conditioned tents, you can have a stay at one of those tents also. Not the most comfortable ones, I had my experience, but if you get nothing else, what else can you do? And I think people are crowding up because of the upcoming Christmas season. So, and this is some of the place where you can actually sit and watch the sunrise or the sunset. That's our agenda for tomorrow. But till the time, this is the grand view of the Grand Canyon. What a place. So if at all you're planning to come to this place, do ensure you get a stay arranged in one of these tents. I'll give you another glimpse of the tent, and here you can see, lovely. Those are the tents in the background. Just walk a few steps and you can be seated in one of those shades and have a view of the Grand Canyon. What else? This is heavenly. Yeah, this is ethereal. So you can see that's our friend Hussein. He's setting up one of the tents. He's the guy who has made this tent available. It was initially not available when I was doing a booking from Bangalore online, but now it's available. They are putting up those makeshift small tents where individual people can stay if they haven't, because I think those tents are full, the ones we are going for. And in case you're wondering how much they cost about 3,000 rupees a night. And but it's every penny is worth it. If you're taking the trouble to come to such a beautiful place, better make your stay nice so that you can enjoy the place more, is what I would suggest. Lovely place. And just for your reference, that's the wonderful yellow mustard machine, my Renault Kiger, that has brought us to this beautiful place. And in fact, most of the most beautiful places we have seen in and around Bangalore, whenever we travel with our family, is on my Renault Kiger. Apart from my G310 GS, which are the wheels that drive me to my favorite places or favorite destinations. One of the most underrated cars, 200 mm, 205 mm on ground clearance, one of the highest in the segment. And I think it's a very nice family car. If you had a family of 2 or 3, even 5 can be seated easily, but I think 4 is most comfortable over here. Looks nice. I like the beautiful coupe-like design, especially in this yellow mustard shade. Looks very unusual and very different among all the subcompact SUVs that you have on the road. I think it's really, really underrated. Lovely balance, lovely ride quality, fantastic punch. This is the Xtronic Turbo CVT version, and as you can see, it has got a fantastic turbo engine with powerful punch in the sports mode. It has got 3 ride modes actually. In the sports mode, it's fantastic. I mean, you can see the turbocharger kicking and actually hear it. Lovely machine, most underrated one. Do try it out if you're planning to buy a car in this segment.
And as dusk started to fall, we ventured out for our evening cup of tea in one of the nearby shacks. And while we were returning, we were nothing less than mesmerized by the beautiful hue of grey and dark red in the sky.
So you can see this is the AC tent that we are staying in, and it opens like this. So you have this nice partition actually, so that's from the inside. It's a little unruly, don't mind, because we have just shifted here in quite an unplanned manner for a day, and that's how it looks from the inside. That's the air conditioning. It works fine, everything is just fine, nothing to complain of. And this is the washroom, and you can go inside, and it's quite clean piece of washroom. It's got a geyser and everything, so quite a neat place to stay actually. And the best part, that's how it looks from the top. And the best part of this place is the view from the outside actually. Let me take you out and show you what's so special about this place. So there you can see, I don't know how much you can see because it's quite dark actually. So this you can see are the tents where we stayed for the night. Lovely white units, and those are the places where you can get seated. And some of the tents are actually, the single tents are right across the canyon. And when you look on the other side, you can find the canyon view. So this is probably one of the best places to stay when you are in Gandikota, and that's the Gandikota fort in the distance. I think you cannot have a view better than this when you come to Gandikota. Do ensure you make a booking at this air-conditioned tents, nice cozy places to stay and spend your night when you are here, and wake up to an early morning sunrise right across the canyon.
That's a beautiful view of the gorge at Gandikota. And you can see the sun coming up, but it's cloudy, so we won't be able to see a proper sunrise today. But nonetheless, it's a majestic view from here. So the food options you have is some fresh dosas being prepared in some of the neighborhood stalls. Nothing else is available, but quite tasty and spicy dosas.